anyone should believe in themselves and not doubt in yourself a lot. I know it's hard, but you have to believe in yourself in order to become what you want to be.
Recorded live from the heart of the Bakken, it's the Williston Works Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Williston Works Podcast, brought to you by the City of Williston. I'm your host, Anna Nelson, Executive Director of Williston Economic Development. Now, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're a long-time listener, we are here to bring you the conversations with the entrepreneurs, small business owners, and community leaders shaping Williston's future. Now, today, we are highlighting an inspiring small business story built on connection, comfort, and the belief that great things can grow in new places. So joining me today is Qamar and Laila Badwan. They are co-owners of several businesses actually here in Williston. One is a community staple. The other is a brand new favorite. So ladies, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us here. We're very honored and grateful for this opportunity.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I'm so glad this worked out. We have a lot to talk about. But before we dive into talking about the businesses, I think you both have such an incredible and unique story. So can you share just a little bit about your background and the journey that brought your family from Jordan here to Williston?
We moved here 11 years ago, and it's been an amazing journey. I think it wasn't easy for us, but definitely worth the time. And being here is good. We like Williston because there's a lot of opportunities, and people just have to go for it and see it and always believe in themselves. So, yeah.
So you guys have shared a lot that, when you arrived, you didn't really have much beyond that determination, a dream, and a lot of heart. And we've seen that come to fruition. But what were those early years like in a new country, in a new community?
Well, coming here to Williston was at first very hard for us for not knowing the language, and we had to adapt the new culture. And then it was amazing. It took us lots of efforts to try to learn and to adapt this culture and the community. So we struggle at first, but then we are here.
And we're so glad that you've brought so much to our community. And I mean, your communication is excellent. Not only were you able to make your way here, but you're also able to build a business and everything that goes into that. So, I mean, I think like I said, you just have an incredible story. You both have worked so hard. Your families worked so hard. And it's so cool to see what you guys have done here in Williston. So all of that courage, all of that determination turned into not just one, but two business ventures. So one, I think, was pretty near and dear to your heart, Qamar. Do you want to talk a little bit about your journey at Don Pedro's?
Don Pedro's actually was my first job. It was when I was 14. It was both of our first job. We actually worked since we were young, just so we can try to build a life here. And I started as a cook, then built myself into serving and bussering, and then we both managed a business. So we kind of both have the same journey. While going to school, I played soccer as well, and here in Williston, it was my favorite thing in town. But yeah, I think working at Don Pedro's not only helped me with myself, but it also helped me with my communication skills. It helped me build my confidence, talking to people, learning new people from town, and just understanding more of the culture in Williston. So actually she would fit more into Don Pedro's than myself, because she has a special I guess more into it. But yeah.
Right. So working at Don Pedro was kind of my dream to become the owner there. I thought that was just a dream for me, but it actually happened because we were just an employee there, and I had manager above me. I was just an employee, and then I finished my degree in college in business management and accounting. And my teachers would ask me, or my professors would ask me, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to become an owner of Don Pedro. So at first, no one believed that. and I actually worked so hard for it. And then I started working like a different type of job, and I came back for it because I just had a dream and I wanna like make it happen. And actually, we got a call from the previous owner to give us the opportunity, and he asked us if we wanna keep keep doing it, me and my family. So we took the ownership back on October 2024.
Oh, that's so amazing. I love it when people just like have an idea, they say it out loud, and yeah, there's always going to be a naysayer, right? But I mean, you guys, you worked hard, you worked your way up to that, and now you've done it, and that's so cool. I always tell people like just speak it into existence. You never know what could happen, right? Like you never know who you're going to say that to that can help you on your journey. So that's so neat. And then not only do you own that business, but then the Fleur Cafe opened. You just had your 1-year birthday not that long ago, right?
Yeah, actually, today would be the May 1st, our soft opening. Today was the day last year we opened. It was our soft opening. Definitely was a lot of emotions and not easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I've heard so many people talk about like not just is the food and the drinks great, but the atmosphere is great. And I mean, I've had several meetings there. I've had several friend meetups there. So I mean, it's an excellent place for so many reasons. But can you just talk a little bit more about even how you got to that point? Because that was different, right? It was starting your business from scratch rather than buying a business. So what was that process like for you?
Honestly, it was I would say it was a better feeling since we created everything from zero. It was our idea to open the Fleur Cafe, and since we moved from Jordan, which is somewhere in the Middle East, we wanted the same feeling I felt when I was young, just like kind of trying to fit in, or like trying to adapt to a new culture, a new environment. I wanted to create a place. We wanted to create a place where people can fit in and feel like they're welcome. So with that, we didn't just focus on just the menu. We had to focus on making sure you feel like you breathe in this place. It's open. You see the flowers, it gives you good vibes. We focus on good customer service because that's the vibes that we want to give. We want to make you feel like you feel seen, and we wanted to make people like they can fit in and feel connected with us.
I love that. And have you seen that coming to fruition? Have you seen people connecting there and coming there just for the atmosphere?
Honestly, I have, yes. People here are, this community is awesome, by the way. We appreciate Williston a lot. There's a lot of good people. They support us, they see what we do, and they give back. And that's why we wanted to give back as well by creating this environment. I mean, seeing people like smile on their face because we made a nice latte art, or we gave them a good item on the menu, or recommending them, or helping them even by offering them like what we have on the menu. All these things, they do come and support, and we see that we created something for them the way we wanted to give it.
That's got to be so fulfilling for you to see that and to experience that and to know that you created that. And I have to know, like, how many people take a picture by the wall that you're in front of right now? Like, it's got to be the most popular wall in Williston.
Definitely, there's a lot of people. It was her idea. I loved coffee, but the idea with the flowers and
Yes.
she's like, because I wanted something like smaller. I didn't want flowers everywhere, but it definitely, we didn't overdo it, but definitely worked out the way she imagined it.
Yes, I love the flowers, so that was a part of it too.
I don't know if you guys know, but our logo, it's a coffee bean and a flower. But why we chose flower is because we wanted to show people that they can bloom where they're planted. And why in French? Because we have our crepes. We wanted to show people like that's what we specialize in, which is our crepes. But the name behind the Fleur Cafe is because we wanted to show people bloom where you're planted. Even if you're from anywhere, or you're any person, you still matter, and you can still do what you want to do. Like you can achieve things. Even if you're young, as long as obviously we have a good family that supports us. I have my older sister; she's the big support for me. So yeah, it was definitely worth um, to have a purpose. And once you have a purpose and you work toward it, and with believing in God and his timing for us, everything will work out.
That's so beautiful, guys. I love that. I mean, flowers are obviously beautiful, but then just the meaning behind it and the story behind it. And I mean, that I'm learning new things too, because I didn't know all of the meaning behind your logo and the name and everything. So I just love that you've been able to create that here and that you've had the support. And you've mentioned your family. Did you have any other mentors? Did you use the Small Business Development Center? Any other resources that kind of helped you bring this to life?
The Williston Development Head that was uh, part of our journey, and they helped us through this, and they were willing to help us with any questions we had. This project was our main like help was my older sister. She has um, been part of it, and Laila and I. But we kind of both helped each other, and we've been working for a long time. So it was we were ready, financially ready for this project.
And we really want to thank the city of Williston that helped us and taught us how to actually guide us of getting the license and everything. And
Yes, even though we had a little bit of experience about running a business, but we definitely learned everything throughout this business because it was built from zero, and there's few things that we didn't know we had to do, and they were cooperating with us and being understanding that we're still young people that were willing to learn. So yeah, it was definitely a big help from the city of Williston and the economic development
and
as
the
well.
fire department as well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so you kind of have to just dive in and hope that people help you along the way. So I'm glad that people were helpful and helped you learn all of those things. And now you know, right? And you can take that into any adventure that you have, and you can mentor others.
Yes, we don't have any excuse now. If we mess up, we will be in a little trouble, but we'll make sure to do everything the right way.
What were some of the biggest obstacles that you faced in bringing Fleur Cafe or with Don Pedro's? What were some of the biggest challenges that you overcame?
Some of the obstacles were like, the training part, making sure everything is good the way we wanted to. One thing I struggled with, because Layla believed in me, and she trusted me a lot. So I didn't want to let her down. And not only that, like just letting ourselves down. So I wanted to make sure everything was good. One thing was hard is to find the right location. A couple people like we did find different spots, but it didn't work out. Which I'm very glad it didn't, because God had better plans for us. But that was one of the things, and just it would be like opening. Like the first day we opened, it's just she was telling me, "Come on, let's open. We're gonna open. We have to open." And just that pressure, it was a lot of emotions because we just wanted to make sure everything worked the right way. But even though you just have to understand that nothing is gonna be perfect. Like yes, it's gonna be good, but don't try to perfect everything, because there's always something that you can fix, improve, um, do better. So just the opening part was a bit difficult to just get going and open the business.
Yeah, my husband always says, don't let perfection get in the way of progress. And that's very hard for me because I'm a perfectionist. So I absolutely get that. Both sides of that, yeah, you want it to be right. You want it to be done right, but you also want it to be done and make that progress. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why taking the risk is good. Like you just have to take risk in life, even because we're young. Like what's the worst thing that could happen? We fail. Okay, at least we tried. So just like having that mindset and understanding that even things go wrong, we can still try again.
Well, I love the fearlessness and the determination and the grit that you both have, and it's paid off. But also, I mean, you mentioned you're young, right? You're building a life, you're building a family. So how do you balance all of that with running several businesses?
Honestly, for me, I would say if I don't play soccer every Sundays, I'd go crazy. Or if I don't, try to make sure I work out a couple days a week. to kind of get my head out of it. That's something that helps me balance my life and not stress as much. But that's what works for me.
Yeah. But family wise, me and Kamar, we struggle a lot. We never get to go on a vacation together. So
Oh.
last time I was on a vacation with her, that was on my sister's wedding like 4 years ago. So this is the sad part, but we still get to see each other at work, and then we communicate, we talk about work,
We
and
yell at each other.
we yell at each other in a good way. And just because we want to expand and we want to do so much more, um, uh, we are a dreamers. We're never
She's
gonna
always
stop.
working. I balance my life.
Um,
She just
I love working, but I know at the end of the day, very soon I will have my family and my own family and like my own house. But I enjoy my family so much, and I'm very grateful that they live around us. And I'm grateful for her because she is very smart, and then everyone in town love her, and this community loves her. And yeah, I'm very proud of her. I might be very tough on her sometimes because I want us to do good.
Yep. Tough love, right? Oh, I love that. I think that's so cool that you work together. I can tell that you guys each have your different strengths, and together you just are such a force. So never stop dreaming. You guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. And when you're ready for that next step, you let us know, because we've loved what you guys have brought to the community. Um, Now, we've talked a lot about the restaurant and you've alluded to some things, but what do you guys all serve there? What can people look forward to when they come to the Fleur Cafe? I know there's crepes, I know there's coffee, but there's so much more.
There is the smoothies, we have fresh juices, we also have sandwiches, salads, wraps, and pancakes. Our pancakes are so delicious, very fluffy and very yummy.
And I swear, once you guys started doing like the Dubai strawberries, that was the first time I saw them, and now I see them everywhere. So I'm saying you guys are the trendsetters there. But what's the secret to those? I mean, those are so good.
obviously we put a lot of love into our ingredients. We make sure it's fresh, good quality. Um, but yeah, we try to be trendy, but we do want to be authentic. Like our menu is based on diversity. Like we have stuff like crepes from France. We have like if we Greek salad. We have Caesar salad is actually Mexican if you look at the history of it. So we try to mix up all the food items with diversity to give the same vibes that we want to give based on the business plan and our story. But yeah, I'd say a lot of love into things, making things, and make
Yeah.
sure good quality.
But for sure, our Dubai cup is one of the highest big sales that we
Yeah.
have here.
It's our top sale item for sure.
Yes.
And our coffee is pretty good. We have three. We have our Spanish latte and our pistachio latte. A lot of people like them because it's different. Our Spanish latte is like a homemade sauce that we make, and pistachio latte is also homemade pistachio sauce, which what makes it good. You still get the crunch in the when you're drinking like an iced latte, and it makes it different.
I haven't had that one. I had the Spanish, and I've never had anything like it before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was delicious. So you're definitely you can taste all of the love and effort that's got into it, because it's so good. So as someone who has lived as an immigrant, you've done the small business journey, like you know all of these things firsthand. What would you say to others who might be looking to move here or have moved here and looking to take that leap of faith? What words of encouragement do you have for them?
Not only as an immigrant, but just as a person, as a human being, I do think anyone should believe in themselves and not doubt in yourself a lot. I know it's hard, but you have to believe in yourself in order to become what you want to be. Whether it's walking outside or the struggle of anything in life, just believing in yourself and know that life is gonna get better. Again, I mentioned that everyone has their own plans and timing, and just trust God's timing because He knows what's best for you.
Also, I would also mention the efforts and the hard working that you bought. You have to think about like the financial. You need to save up money. You need to be smart on
Yeah.
controlling your spending to expenses and spending. So you have to work hard for it. It wasn't easy at all for us. We had to work very hard. I remember myself getting up in the morning at 5 in the morning, went to work at Subway, then I went to Don Pedro. I saved so much money. I forgot about my family for a while. So my whole life was working. Well, my whole first 5 years of my life here in America, it was only working and studying. So it is so much efforts that you need to put.
Don't get distracted, I would say, because a lot of people would get distracted by going out with friends, or you can still balance that, but or like going out to grab a drink. So, um, yeah, and I would say just don't get too distracted and make it, having fun as a lifestyle or as a habit, but make it as like something like once a while.
Yeah, establish those priorities because nothing worth having is easy, right? Like you've got to work for it. You've got to put in the effort. Things aren't just handed to you, and you guys are such an example of that. So thank you for sharing that, for living that. So, what excites you most about the future of the Fleur Cafe, or just your lives and your journeys in general? It doesn't seem like this is going to be the last stop for you.
We are looking forward to whether we want to expand or even have better items on the menu. Just kind of like be creative and get new stuff and make people even happier. Like make customers um satisfied of what we bring every time. But we do want to expand and we want to grow the business, whether it's the Fleur Cafe or different businesses we have. We just want to be busy people and make sure we have the right mindset.
Yes. So I also like we want to expand for sure. Like this is like non-stop goals for us, and then we are bringing up actually very soon, hopefully something new to Williston. We can't talk about it yet, but stay tuned, everyone. It's gonna be a family business. My brothers are coming to town, so from Rock Spring and Wyoming. So yeah, we're expanding here as well very soon.
Exciting. And I know that very well. I always have to have very exciting conversations and then not talk about them when I walk out of the room, right? So it's like, trust me, something cool is happening. So that's really exciting. Now, before we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share? Anything we didn't touch on? Anything you want people to know either about the businesses or about you that you want to share?
Well, for me personally, I would just thank this beautiful community for having us and for always showing the support. And we love to give back, and we will always give back. So we're just so grateful to be part of this community, and we can't wait to grow more and show more. So all the love and respect for everyone here in Williston.
Well, I think Williston loves you back. So at least from everything that I've seen, I've heard nothing but good things about the business, about you, and I hope that this story keeps getting shared far and wide because I know that it's so much more than just the food. It's the journey that went into it and the meaning behind it all. So thank you for that. All right, last question. Where can people go to learn more about Fleur Cafe or Don Pedro's?
We are located on 220 Main Street, our dine-in cafe, and we do have a drive-thru that has some food items and some pastries. It's located 1404 2nd Street West. And also online on social media, we have Instagram, the Fleur Cafe Williston, and Facebook as well, and our website, the Fleur Cafe.
Yeah, and for Don Pedro, it's at 2516 Second Avenue West. I think everyone in town knows where is it. And then we are on Facebook. We actually started doing so much more marketing for Don Pedro recently, and it's doing so good. Everyone loves it. So we can't wait to keep showing more.
And you brought up a very good point. I did not touch on this. You guys expanded to the little drive-through. So what made you want to expand to that? And yeah, tell me more about that.
I got the opportunities. Someone mentioned it to me that that spot was empty, and I've always wanted a drive-through. It's kind of like a little experience for us to see how the drive-through business is, and it's been going good. So I think it was a good opportunity to have. But once people see what you do good in town, a lot of opportunities just come to you, and it was a good add-on to have.
That's wonderful. And for anybody who's listening who doesn't know, it's the little drive-through kiosk that was in front of Home Comforts along Second. So a great place if you're coming off the highway, coming into downtown, nice little stop. So yeah, that's exciting. You guys have, goodness, 1 year in, well, less than 1 year in, and you already expanded. So that's incredible.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. And happy birthday. I didn't even know that today was the day, but that worked out really well. So, or happy anniversary, happy birthday, whatever you want to call it. But good job. Thank you for all that you've done. Like I said, don't stop dreaming. Keep moving forward and let us know how we can continue to support you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna, for having us. We really appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you guys, and thank all of our listeners for tuning in to today's episode of the Williston Works Podcast, brought to you by the City of Williston. Please like and subscribe for more interviews and content. And in the meantime, you can learn more about Williston Economic Development by visiting willistondevelopment.com. We'll see you next time on the Williston Works Podcast.